This has just gotten so out of hand at this point that yes, the issue is Infinity Ward, Activision, Treyarch, whoever's fault it is. It's obviously the developer's fault that hacking and all of this stuff is in the game. But at this point, this has gone too far. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there was a Twitch Rivals tournament the other day where obviously people from Twitch and streamers from Twitch are able to go into this tournament and play against other Twitch players and Twitch parties, and you try to win and you win cash and prizes and stuff like that. And there's always been these Warzone tournaments, but yesterday's Twitch Rival tournament, or I guess 2 days ago, there was actually someone caught hacking, like confirmed 100% they had hacks, aimbot, aim lock, whatever, and they like were 100% caught cheating, and they were still allowed in the tournament. And if you guys know Dr. Disrespect, he 9 times out of 10 when he's playing Warzone plays with a player called Z-Laner, and Z-Laner was, this is actually a tweet from him, I'll quote, and he says, "I was pumped to run it up with Kaylee Renee and Clutch Belk, but today I received the message the day of saying Z-Laner is not eligible for Twitch Rivals today, Twitch staff." And Pomage tweeted out a little bit earlier than that, "No shot someone got caught hacking in Twitch Rivals and they're still allowed to play." That means while the tournament was going on, they got caught hacking and they were still allowed to play in the tournament. And that just blows my mind, because Z-Laner is a hell of a player. If you guys have watched Dr. Disrespect or Z-Laner on Facebook Gaming or wherever he plays, you know that Z-Laner is a really good player, and he's one of those keyboard and mouse tryhards who's actually good at the game. But he got banned, or like he got removed from the tournament just because he makes fun of Dr. Disrespect getting banned, just because he plays with Dr. Disrespect so much. And the only reason Twitch doesn't want him there, Twitch banned Dr. Disrespect. I think all of you guys know that story, but it just blows my mind how he gets kicked out from the tournament, but someone gets caught hacking and live cheating, but they still get to play in the tournament and they still get to prize and all that type of stuff. I think the Nuke squad, so FaZe Swag, FaZe Booyah, and there was one more of, they ended up winning the tournament, so it was good that legit players actually ended up winning. But it just, I don't like it, man. It sucks because we know cheating is an issue and it's the developer's fault that there's no anti-cheat and they're not taking care of it. But to see even like bigger gaming corporations like Twitch not care, it's weird. And of course, why would Twitch care about cheating, right? Like, they're just a streaming platform. They make tons of money because the streamer's on it. But in a tournament that they're hosting, you think that they would be against cheating, but then they let someone still play after cheating, and it shows how the community is starting to get affected and how normal cheating is becoming in games. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in every Warzone lobby right now there is anywhere between like 20 to 40 cheaters at this point. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, those hacking websites, I didn't cover this story, but it was a while ago. I think like 2 weeks ago, they did a free weekend where literally anyone could go onto their website where they normally sell the cheats, and they did like a free weekend, kind of like similar to how Cold War will do the free to play weekends. These cheating websites did free to try weekends, so they got a bunch of new people hooked on hacking, and a lot of people got the hacks for free. And yeah, it was just, it's weird. And the fact that there's no consequences anymore, there's no consequences for those who hack. Like, sure, if a streamer gets caught hacking, it's, oh well, yeah, this person's hacking, they're not really trustworthy anymore, but they still hack and they still get viewers. The best part is when a hacker has TTV in their name in Warzone and they're streaming while they hack, and then they literally will just get viewers based off of hacking because people want to watch people hack, and that's just how it goes. You guys have probably seen those as well, where someone kills you in game with TTV in their clan tag or live in their clan tag, and they're obviously cheating. So you go up to their Twitch and you can see them from their perspective, how they're cheating, and you can see like all like the red boxes around enemies and the distance markers, and you can see through walls, and they don't try to hide it whatsoever. That's become so mainstream now within Warzone, and it's not really like it, of course it's frowned upon, but there's no consequences for it. And it just, yeah, it blows my mind. There was a tweet the other day from Call of Duty News or Charlie Intel. I don't know if it was Charlie Intel or Call of Duty News, but one of them tweeted 600,000 accounts banned, which means 600,000 accounts made, right? Because we all know Warzone's free to play. There's no, like, the second one account gets banned, you can always make another one and just continue to cheat off of new accounts. So every time they're banned, they'll make a new account and then just keep hacking under a new name. Like, that's really what happens. And there's now hardware bans where people are getting hardware banned, and if the game detects a certain motherboard code, that account basically won't be able to play. But there's so many ways to work around hardware bans now that even if you get your PC or whatever hardware banned for hacking, you can pay like $5 for a program that can work around it anyway. And I think $5 is like the price of hacking for 2 days anyway. So you pay $10 and you can resume hacking and cheating and exploiting the game because there's nothing that's done against it. And the hacks are now becoming even more untraceable. So there's less and less people getting banned. Like, of course, obviously, if there's like super blatant hacking, like killing enemies from 600 meters away in 2 shots with obvious lock on, those hacks are going to be detected really easy. But the new aimbot hack that was supposed to be coming out on consoles but end up didn't, just because they got DMCA'd or they got a cease and desist letter. But the hacks are becoming so undetectable now that there's just nothing, like, they just need an anti-cheat at this point. Like, the fact that they've been able to make their hacks undetectable by the banning system and the ban waves, that there's hackers and there's hackers in the tens of thousands. I wouldn't even be like, I genuinely would not be surprised if there's hundreds of thousands of hackers on Warzone right now. Keep in mind, there's like 100 million players and unique accounts that have played Warzone, but to have like hundreds of thousands of hackers, that's still going to be really bad, and that just affects the game. And I'm surprised we've made it this far with this much outcry from the community, with big YouTubers and streamers yelling and expressing their opinions on how there should be an anti-cheat and how that these bans are good temporarily, but they only stop the cheaters for cheating for about 10 minutes until they make their new account. There just needs to be something done at this point. Like, the integrity of Warzone is the lowest it's ever been. I think people would rather play Warzone when the DMR meta was a thing and everyone only used the DMR and FFAR. At least then there was minimal cheating, if not any, in majority of games. But now it's just every game, and the integrity of the game is just becoming worse and worse. And the thing is I used to love Warzone, and a part of me still really does love Warzone. I know if I go on and play it, I'm just not gonna have fun because there's just gonna be cheaters and hackers. And I could go like 3-4 games with no cheaters and hackers whatsoever, but the second I come across one, that's gonna kill my like motivation to play the game, and it sucks, man. I wish they would do something about this, and it's completely unacceptable that Twitch Rivals and all these other professionally run tournaments with prize pools and prize money, it sucks that they don't do anything about hacking. And I don't remember, it was somebody had the gamer tag Ice something. It's not Ice Poseidon or anything like that. Like, it was Ice something, and they got caught cheating, and it was one of those Warzone channels that goes YouTuber by YouTuber to see if they're cheating or not. It's the channel that did a bunch on Symphony, but there was a I don't know if it was a Twitch Rivals tournament or like a prize pool tournament, but someone got caught cheating and didn't get disqualified from the tournament, and that was a huge deal then. But because that happens so much, no one bats an eye at it anymore. And looking at it from an outside perspective, it seems horrible. It's like having any professional sport with people like doping and stuff like that. It's like having everyone at the Olympics, like, of course doping happens at the Olympics anyway, and there's all that weird drug testing, and there's still ways to get around it, but it would be like having a 100-meter sprint in the Olympics, and everyone, like, just hypothetically everyone is clean except for one person, but that the one person that's doping and like using performance enhancing drugs wins gold at the Olympics, and then does drug tests, and then later finds out, and like the Olympic committee says, hey, this gold medal winner from whatever country was doping and going against the rules. And basically what happens then is everyone, like the Olympic committee is like, yeah, well, he was cheating, but you know, I mean, it happened. It's still gonna happen. Why do anything about it now? That's kind of like the mentality of these tournaments right now. And then just Warzone in general. I feel like that's what the company, like, I feel like that's what Activision thinks as well. because at Activision and Raven Softwares and stuff like that, like not the developers, but the higher ups, like the CEOs and the COOs and the people that don't really understand game development and they're not really invested in the game. Like the developers care because they work hours and hours crafting this by hand. But then you have these huge company corporation CEOs like, I mean, you know, guys, cheating's gonna happen regardless of if we have an anti-cheat or not. So let's just not have an anti-cheat and then we'll let the game just progress, and that will be that. And it sucks to see, man. I'm hoping for the day where anti-cheat is brought into Warzone. I'm hoping that's sooner than later. Realistically, I think it will happen when World War II launches and Warzone moves from Modern Warfare's launcher to the World War II Vanguard launcher. At least that's what I'm assuming will happen. And then finally there will be an anti-cheat, but we won't know till then. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the situation down below. I think it's just really stupid. I mean, I can't even, like, of course you can blame the players, but at this point, you have to point fingers at everyone. You have to point fingers at the cheaters themselves, the companies and organizations running the tournaments, letting this continue to go on while they know that they're cheating. And you also have to point fingers at the developers not really the developers, because I'm sure the developers want an anti-cheat so their game gains credibility back. But it's more like the higher ups of the companies and the overall companies that aren't adding these anti-cheats into the game. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. I'm about to head out. Subscribe for more videos in the future. Discord link in the description down below. I got some plans and some content coming out from there. So if you guys want to be involved in that, check out the Discord. And if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.